Hi friends, welcome to the lecture of Advanced Discrete Mathematics. In last lecture, we have completed the matrix representation of graph. Now we have to prove one theorem.
Let G be a graph with n vertices. Graph with n vertices. One, two, so on. Vn and let A denotes the adjacency matrix of G with respect to this D of vertices. Let K be any positive integer, K be any positive integer, and A to the power K denote the
Matrix multiplication of k copies of A.
matrix multiplication of K copies of
A. Then
the ijth entry of the matrix ijth entry of the matrix K to the power K is the number of different Vi2 Vj walks in G of length K.
So here we have to prove this theorem. That is, if G be a graph with n vertices, suppose V1, V2 up to so on, Vn be n vertices of a graph G, and A denotes the adjacency matrix corresponding to this graph G, and if K be any positive integer and A to the power K is nothing but the matrix multiplication of K copies of A, then here we have to prove that the ijth entry of the matrix A to the power K is nothing but the number of different walks from vertex Vi to Vj, which is of length K.
So we have to prove this theorem.
We will prove this theorem by using the mathematical induction on K. If suppose K equal to 1, if K equal to 1, then A to the power K is nothing but the matrix simply A. Then according to this statement, the ijth entry of the matrix A is the number of different Vi to Vj walks of length 1, since here K k equal to 1. But by definition of adjacency matrix, in adjacency matrix, if graph G is a simple graph, then the ith entry of the matrix is 1 if there is an edge joining between these two vertices, otherwise it will be 0. And if there is if suppose graph G is not a simple, that is it is either a multigraph or a pseudograph, if there is a loop at a particular vertex of Vi, then the corresponding entry will be equal to 1. And if there are parallel edges on vertex Vi and Vj, then the corresponding entry of the matrix will be equal to the number of parallel edges. Now from this, in matrix A, where A is the adjacency matrix, the result holds obviously, since the ith entry of the matrix will be equal to 1. If graph G is simple, then the ith entry will be 1, otherwise it will be 0. For example, suppose this one is the graph G, vertex V1, V2, V3 and V4. Then its corresponding adjacency matrix is, there are 4 vertices, then it is a 4 cross 4 matrix. Then vertex V1 to V1, there is a no edge joining between vertex V1 to V1, then the corresponding entry will be 0. As this will be a simple graph, as V1 to V2 1, V1 to V3 0, V1 to V4 1, V2 to V1 1, V2 to V2 0, V2 to V3 1, V2 to V4 0, V3 to V1 0, V3 to V2 1, V3 to V3 0, and V3 to V4 again 1, V4 to V1. So this one is the adjacency matrix of a graph G, that is matrix A. Then from above statement, the ith entry of the matrix A is nothing but the number of different Vi to Vj walks of length 1. Now, if suppose we have to find out particular A11, that is the A12, that is the 1-2th entry of the matrix A is nothing but entry of matrix A is the number of different V1 to V2 walks of length 1. So V1 to V2, there is only one walk, possible walk. If suppose this is one is the E1, E2, E3 and E4. From V1 to V2, there is only one possible walk which is of length 1, and which is the V1, E1 and V2. Other than this walk, there is no walk from vertex V1 to V2 which is of length 1. So the result holds for k equal to 1. Now, the result holds for k equal to 1. Then we have to assume that in the second step, the result holds for k minus 1. Suppose that the result is true for k minus 1, that is a to the power k minus 1. Then the ith entry of the matrix A to the power k minus 1 is nothing but the number of different Vi to Vj walks of length k minus 1. That is, let A to the power k minus 1 is nothing but matrix Bij, and the ith entry of the matrix Bij is nothing but entry of the matrix Bij Bij is the number of different Vi to Vj walks of length k minus 1. Now we have to prove the result is true for, now we have to prove that the result is true for k, that is A to the power k, that is ith entry of the matrix A to the power k is nothing but the number of different Vi to Vj walks of length k. To prove that the result is true for k, that is the ijth entry of the matrix a to the power k is entry of a to the power k is the number of different vi to vj walks of length k. That is, let a to the power k is nothing but Cij and our a is nothing but Cij. So we have to prove that the result is true for a to the power k. Then, by the definition of matrix multiplication, a to the power k can be written as a to the power k minus 1 into a, where a to the power k is nothing but Cij. Therefore, Cij is nothing but, by definition of matrix multiplication, which is nothing but summation t running from 1 to n, ith element of a to the power k minus 1 into tjth element of matrix A. So, by the definition of matrix multiplication, ith element of a matrix A to the power k is nothing but the summation t running from 1 to n ith element of a to the power k minus 1 into tjth element of A. This is true by matrix multiplication. Now, but summation t running from 1 to n ith element of a to the power k minus 1 into tjth element of E, but which is nothing but vit, since the number of vi2, which is nothing but the number of different vi2 vt walks of length k minus 1, and this is nothing but the number of different v2 to vj walks of length 1. Therefore, which is nothing but summation t running from 1 to n vit into ETJ. Now, so every VI to VJ walk, from this we can conclude that every VI to VJ walk consists of VI to VT walk to VT walk of length k minus 1 and vertex VT is adjacent with VJ from matrix A. Vertex VT is adjacent with vertex VJ, and every VI to VJ walk consists of VI to VT walk of length k minus 1 from A to the power k minus 1. So the number of different VI to VJ walk are summation t running from 1 to n VIT into ATJ, where VIT is nothing but the number of VI to VT walks of length k minus 1, and ATJ is nothing but the number of different VT to VJ walks of length 1, that is an vertex VT is adjacent with vertex VJ. Thus the result is true for A to the power k also. By assuming that the result is true for A to the power k minus 1, the result holds for A to the power k, which implies the result holds for e to the power k.
and hence the proof by mathematical induction the result holds. Now take one example.
From this statement, we have a graph G with n vertices. Take one graph with 3 vertices.
Here is vertex 1, vertex 2 and vertex vertex 1, vertex 2 and vertex 3. Here is G1. Here is G2. Here is G3. Here is G4.
This one is the graph.
G.
Then by above statement, if graph G be a graph with n vertices and A be its corresponding adjacency matrix. Find out the adjacency matrix of this graph.
Equal to
As there are 3 vertices.
1, 2, 3 and vertex 1, 2, 3.
Now, there is a loop at vertex B1, then the corresponding entry will be 1. There is an 2 edges incident on vertex 1 and 2, then corresponding entry will be 2. One is adjacent to vertex V2 to V1, 2. V2 to V2, 0. V2 to V3, 0. V3 to V1, 1. And 0. So this one is the adjacency matrix. So now, according to the above statement, the result holds for a k equal to 1. Since, suppose A12 is nothing but the number of different V1 to V2 walks of length 1. So, here is vertex V1 and here is vertex V2. Now we have to take two different walks of length 1 from vertex V1 to V2. So, this one is the 1 E3 2 and 1 E2 2. These are the only possible walks of length 1. These are the only different possible walks of length 1 from vertex 1 to 2. Other than these two walks, there is no walk from vertex V1 vertex 1 to 2. Now find out the matrix A square. A square is nothing but A into
which is equal to 1, 2, 1, 2, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0.
Then A square is nothing but so this one is the matrix A square. Then, if suppose this A square is nothing but Bij. So B11 will be equal to here B11 will be equal to 6. B11 equal to 6. Then from above theorem, the ijth means 1/1 entry of the matrix, 1/1 entry of matrix Bij means Bij is the number of different V1 to V1, that is here vertex 1 and 2, 1 walks of length 2, since here k will be equal to 2, which is nothing but the k. Now we have to find out the 6 different 1 to 1 walks of length 2. Now here 1 even 1 even 1, that is first one is the 1 vertex 1 even 1 even 1. So here there are two edges in a walk w1, as two edges then it is of length 1, sorry, length 2. Now w2 will be equal to 1 e3 2 2 e3 1, 1 e3 2 e3 1, which is again of length 2. Third one is w3 will be equal to 1 e2 2 e2 1, 1 e2 2 e2 1. Fourth one 1 e4 1 e4 3 e4 1. Now w5 will be equal to 1 e2 2 e3 1, and w6 will be equal to 1 e3, sorry, 1 e3 2 e2 1. So these are the possible 1 to 1 walks of length 2, and these are the only possible walks of length 2 from vertex 1 to 2. Here we can't take V2 to V1 since we have to find out the 1 to 1th walk of length 2. Now similarly B23, as matrix adjacency matrix is always a symmetric matrix, then B23 will be equal to B32 will be equal to 2. So they, according to theorem, there are only two different V2 to V3 or V3 to V2 walks of length 2. Here is vertex V2 and here is vertex V3. Then the possible two walks of length 2 are 2 E2 1 E4 3 and 2 E3 1 E4 3. So these are the two possible walks of length 2 from vertex 2 to vertex 3. So the result holds. Next theorem, let 0 graph with one axis of these vertices. Let B equal to Bij be the matrix which is nothing but the matrix, that is B is nothing but
a plus a square plus up to so on e to the power n minus 1.
Then we have to prove that then G is a
Connected graph if and only if for each pair of distinct indices I and j, indices I and j, the matrix Bij is not equal to 0. That is, if and only if the matrix B has no zero entries, no zero entries of the main diagonal. No diagonal.
if G be a graph with n vertices and A be its corresponding adjacency matrix, then the new matrix B equal to B is nothing but A plus A square plus up to so on A to the power n minus 1. From this we have to prove that the graph G is connected if and only for each pair of distinct indices I and J, Bij is not equal to 0. That is the matrix B has no zero entries of the main diagonal. That is the matrix B has no zero entries except the diagonal entries. So we have to prove this theorem. Prove. Now let Aij to the power k is the
Entries are the entry of matrix A to the power k, where k running from 1 to up to so on n minus 1.
from this B is nothing but Bij. Therefore, B is nothing but that is Bij is nothing but A is nothing but Aij,
which is Aij to the power 1 plus Aij plus up to so on Aij to the power
k. But from previous theorem, Aij to the power k is nothing but
from previous theorem, Aij to the power k, which is nothing but k to the power k, is the number of different different Vi to Vj walks of length
k. So from this matrix Bij is nothing but
from this Bij is nothing but number of different Vi to Vj walks of length 1 plus number of different Vi to Vj walks of length 2 plus up to so on number of different Vi2 Vj walks n minus. From this we can conclude that is Bij is nothing but matrix Bij is the number of different Vi2 Vj walks of length less than n. Since here we get the walks of length 1, 2 up to so on n minus 1. So each walk is of length less than n. Now we have to prove that the graph G is connected if and only if the matrix B has no zero entries of the main diagonal. First part we have to assume that graph G is connected, and then we have to prove that there is no zero entries of the main diagonal, and in the next part we have to prove that we have to assume that the matrix B has no zero entries of the main diagonal, and we have to prove that graph G is connected. Suppose that the graph G is a connected graph. Assume that G is connected. By definition of connected graph, a graph is said to be a connected graph if there is a path from every vertex to each vertex of a graph G to another vertex of a graph G. That is, any two vertices of a graph G are connected by a path. Then the graph G is said to be a connected graph. As G is a connected graph, then for each pair of distinct indices, for each pair of distinct indices ij, there is a path from vertex Vi to vertex Vj. And given that the graph G has only n vertices, given that G has n vertices, as G has n vertices and there is a path from vertex Vi to Vj, path is nothing but the open walk in which no vertex is repeated. As there is no vertex is repeated and there are only n vertices, then there is at least one path which is of length less than n. Since in path there is no vertex is repeated, therefore there is at least one path which is of length less than n, which implies there is at least one path, which is of length less than n from Vi to Vj. This is true for arbitrary any ij, then it is true for all the vertices Vi and Vj. As there is a path from any two vertices Vi to Vj, by definition of connected graph, there is a path from any two vertices of a graph G. So the corresponding entries of the matrix will be obviously non-zero, which implies Bij will be equal to, Bij is not equal to 0 for each ij, with I is not equal to j. This is true by connected graph. Thus the result holds, which implies the result holds. Now assume that Bij is not equal to part 2. Bij is not equal to 0 for each ij, with I is not equal to C.
That is, for each pair of distinct indices ij, we have Bij is not equal to 0. That is, the matrix B has no zero entries of the main diagonal. Now we have to prove that the graph G is a connected graph. As the matrix as the matrix B has no zero entries of the main diagonal, then from above there is at least one walk which is of length less than n,
Which implies there is at least one walk from vertex Vi to Vj of length less than n. This is from above. Then n.
that is, any two vertices of a graph G are connected.
That is, vertices Vi and Vj are connected. Since there is no zero entry
Of the main diagonal in the corresponding adjacency matrix. So each pair of distinct vertices Vi and Vj are connected by a path. As each pair of distinct vertices in a graph are connected, then by definition of a connected graph, graph G is a
connected graph. G is a connected graph. And hence the proof. Hence the proof.
Thank you for watching the lecture.